You come in? Down. Good girl. You want a treat now? Stay. Stay. We're not even to the car yet and you're already sulking. Hi, Stella. We haven't even made it to the car. You're fine. Come on. So today it's just Stella and I. Lewin had to work. And we're a little later in the afternoon. Like almost 1. So there's not as many. Down. Stella. Down. Good girl. Good job. So there's not as many dogs today. So she's kind of sad. But it's still so pretty. And she needs the sun. Come on. It's been so cloudy and windy. The sun is a nice change for her. So we did just pass some dogs. And she got to sniff and she's a little more happy now. A little more pep in your step. So we've never been on this side. So over there's the bridge we walk under and we normally turn back around. But I decided to keep going today and we found another trail. And we're exploring, which means all new smells for her. So it'll probably take us forever to make it anywhere because of all the sniffing. But that's good enrichment for her. And maybe we'll find some more dogs on our way back when we turn around. It's just the prime times are like 8 a.m. and like before sunset. Weekend, it's like all day. That doesn't change. But during the weekdays, it's a little different, huh, Stella? So us moving in like 6, 7, 8 months, sometime. It's kind of like, it's nice and exciting, scary and stressful at the same time. But it makes like moments like this where this is just so pretty. And you're going to be like, one day we're not going to see this every day. Like this won't be our view. And like over there, that's the Sundial Bridge. And then up there, I live on that road, but on the other side of the road. So these houses are like across from my complex. But like it's all so close to everything. Ooh. What do you think? Yeah. And we got a little kayaker. Come on. Eventually, if I go too far, she starts to kind of panic and look for me, like I left her. So, story time. Yesterday, we went to the vet. We had a wellness checkup for her and some updated shots for Bentley. Whatever. We show up. They're still not letting us inside because COVID, and so we have to call to check in. They go, what space are you in? I was like, I don't know, there's no numbers out here. So she's like, oh no. And then whatever, people start coming out, putting the space numbers, doing all the things in the morning. They literally opened at 7:30 a.m. Our appointment was at 9:20, and they were not ready for their day. So we're checking in, we're talking, and she's asking all these questions because they've never seen Stella before. Like, I waited almost 2 months to be able to get her in, and I basically don't know anything because we rescued her, or my friend rescued her, and then we took her in. So it's not like I could just be like, oh, let me ask the person that we saved her from, because they live in San Diego. That's 8 hours from here. And I give her what I can. We did see another vet to get like the basics done, like the rabies shot and whatnot, because she is over 2. But our primary vet is where we wanted to take her to, because that's where the cats already go. Never again. And I'm talking, it was unprofessional. I mean, to a T. I was not happy with how it went. So they take her in, which she did not want to go. She fought the whole way because I'm her person. She wants to go where I'm going. I wasn't allowed inside, so she literally tried to escape the leash that they put on her and come back to me. So that hurt my heart so much. Like, that was sad. I was like, she thinks we're abandoning her. Like, she's a rescue dog. She doesn't understand we're coming back for her. And sorry, the sun and the branches, this lighting. So they take her in. They call us when they are able to finish the checkup, and the veterinarian is on the phone with us to like tell us how everything is, what's going on, whatever. And we had told them when I checked in that, like, there's a possibility that she's pregnant. We weren't trying to prevent it. We were just kind of like, if it happens, it happens, because our friend has other Great Danes, and she'd make beautiful babies. So it's just one of those things, like, we're not stopping it, we're not forcing it. It's just, if it happens, it happens. And so we tell them that in advance when we're checking in, so that maybe if she can feel anything, they can tell us like how far along they think she is or whatever. And the girl that I checked in with was super cool about it. My veterinarian, no, she wasn't. She didn't like anything about it. So the vet's on the phone with us, and she's like, well, we'll start with Bentley because he's easy, all the updated shots, whatever. Then we moved to Stella, and she was like, I couldn't feel anything. If she's only about 30 days, it's still too soon. I think she's having a false pregnancy. If you are interested in getting her fixed, I think you should do it now so that she doesn't have the babies and it's like it never happened. And then if she's not pregnant, you just don't have to worry about it in the future. But if you want, we can do an ultrasound. The ultrasound can potentially show us if she is or isn't, but like I said, it's too soon, so I probably won't see anything. But if you want me to, I can for $170. But I highly recommend you get her spayed as soon as possible. I won't do it because she's a little too large for my liking. Like, I'm not comfortable doing that. So the vet's on the phone with us, and she's like, well, we'll start with Bentley because he's easy, all the updated shots, whatever. Then we moved to Stella, and she was like, I couldn't feel anything. If she's only about 30 days, it's still too soon. I think she's having a false pregnancy. If you are interested in getting her fixed, I think you should do it now so that she doesn't have the babies and it's like it never happened. And then if she's not pregnant, you just don't have to worry about it in the future. But if you want, we can do an ultrasound. The ultrasound can potentially show us if she is or isn't, but like I said, it's too soon, so I probably won't see anything. But if you want me to, I can for $170. but I highly recommend you get her spayed as soon as possible. I won't do it because she's a little too large for my liking. Like, I'm not comfortable doing that. But basically, she was trying to force me to get my dog fixed, or at least call someone that would fix her as soon as possible so that she wouldn't have these puppies if she's even pregnant, and also wanted me to pay $170 for her to tell me she can't see anything because it's too soon. Like, I just felt so pressured to basically do anything there. No, I'm not going to get her fixed, especially if she's pregnant. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you want me to go get her fixed and basically have an abortion, but you're not comfortable doing it. Not to mention, I never said this wasn't unplanned or a mistake. I just said we think she's pregnant. Like, I never told them what our situation was, what we're trying to do, what we're not trying to do. So that rubbed me the wrong way. Apparently she needs to stop gaining weight, even though the other vet said she needed 5 more pounds. And so whatever, I just tell her, you know what, I'll call around, thank you. Left it at that because I wasn't gonna sit here and argue with her. I just literally wanted to leave. But when they're doing the check-in, they don't give you your dog back yet. So I'm on the phone with her waiting for her to tell me all these things before I can even get my dog. So it's not like I can just hang up. So I just say, okay, call around. I'll go to the other place where I got her rabies done, and that'll be her veterinarian. When I do get her back, they're like, okay, we'll send you a text message to pay the bill. I'm like, oh, that's kind of nice. Like, I don't have to stay here and wait for you guys to figure your life out. We can just go home. Like 2 hours later, I get the bill. Ooh, it's bright. I click on the link to look at my invoice. It doesn't tell me my invoice. It just tells me my total, like what I have to pay, which I thought was kind of weird. So for a wellness check, and I did get heartworm medicine for her that I will give to her after the pregnancy. So with that, and then Bentley's 3 shots that he got, it was $251. And I was like, what is that? That's insane. I've never spent that much at the vet. And I have 3 cats that have been going there. And Stella, come on. I'm gonna sit down to finish the story. So I pay the bill because honestly, what else am I gonna do? And then it tells me to download this link or app so that I can see my invoice, which I thought was kind of weird as well. That didn't work. And after calling and telling them, hey, like, I paid, but it wants me to download this app so I can see it, I tried to do that. It tells me I'm not who I say I am, but it has my old address on it, and then it wants to know what pets I have. None of the pets listed are my pets, and so I click none of them, and it says I answered everything wrong. I'm sorry. So she's like, oh, I'll just email you the invoice. I'm sorry. And then I got the invoice like 4 hours later, probably, but I didn't look right away because I was at work. So I looked this morning, and they charged me for 2 wellness checks, saying that Bentley got one and Stella got one along with all the shots, and that's why it was $251. I called and I was like, that's not what my appointment was for. And I told them, when I checked in with you that morning, I made it very clear Stella has the wellness appointment and Bentley has the shots updated. The girl repeated that at the very end, the shot update and the wellness. She wants to keep moving. We're almost done. We'll get going soon. And she's like, oh, let me look into it. She pulls up my name and she goes, let me put you on a brief hold. So whatever, after waiting 10 minutes, what's a few more minutes? So I get back on the line with her and she apologizes and says there must have been some miscommunication. The vet technician did go in and see Bentley, but it looks like he was only scheduled for the shots. And I was like, yeah, I never asked for her to go in there, and I don't think it's right that I had to pay for something when I verified before you guys took the animals inside what was what. And so she's waiting for her manager to get in tomorrow. Sitting while I finish the story is not working for her. She wants to keep moving. So I said, like, it doesn't seem fair that I have to pay for something that wasn't my fault for the miscommunication to begin with, because I made it a point to make sure that everyone knew what was happening. And basically, she says she can't authorize the reverse charge for the $70. But the manager will be in the next day or two, and once she gets the approval to do so, she can reverse it and she'll call me back. So I asked to be like, how do we put an end to our patient like history? Like, basically don't want to go back. And she's like, well, once we reverse the charge, we can put you as inactive. And I'm like, perfect, let's do that. So you bet your bottom, in 2 days, if I don't hear anything, I'm calling, and I'm getting my... We'll be calling and making sure that I get my money back, because that's not my fuck up, that's theirs. And I will make sure that I'm put as inactive, because this is just ridiculous. Like, I've never had a bad experience there until yesterday, and I feel like my last vet that worked there was way better than the one they have now, and they only have one, so they're hella backed out. That's why it took 2 months for me to even be seen. And I highly do not recommend them. Are you coming? Stella. So yeah, if you're looking for a veterinarian, just don't go to the VNC Care one. They're not very good. I highly would avoid them. Favorite part was when I told her about trying to log in to my own account and it's saying I'm not myself. I said, you know, I changed my address to my newest one when I made my appointments, and it still says my parents' house, which is sold, and now someone else's. And I'm just not feeling that you guys are very organized at the moment. And that's something that should be worked on, because they don't want to know that Bentley or Stella need to be seen for shots. So it's just best if we go our separate ways. I don't know what to say to that. She literally just apologized and moved on. So I don't know if that's something she's supposed to do, or if she also agrees that they're fucking up left and right. But that explains why everyone is leaving and finding someone else to go to for their animals. And that sucks, because it's a 2-minute drive versus a 15-minute drive. But I'd rather go there where we're treated nicely. We can go inside because COVID's not a problem for them, and you know, it's a more normal life over there. But once I get my way, I'll be happy. That's all that matters. You don't mess with my money. It's one thing if I asked for a wellness check. I didn't ask you to tell me that Bentley is fat and needs to lose 2 pounds. You took that upon yourself to tell me that. But don't worry, I do have him on a diet now. He loves that for himself. Yeah. That is my little rant of the day. We're now heading back to the car. So this trail actually goes through all of our town, like our city. So if I wanted to go to the Sundial Bridge, I would just stay on here and follow the cement. The trail that I was just on is over there. Water access over here. The cement leads to our parking lot that we park in, but then there's hella trails everywhere too. So, like, for example, what? I know, you did very good. We just came across a little family and they wanted to pet her. Right there is a trail over there that we can walk on. We can go that way. And before I leave, I'll show you like the main entrance to the park. Or actually we'll go our normal way. This is how she knows that we're like getting ready to leave, is when we head in this direction on the cement. I think she wants to jump on me. So she likes to jump on me every now and then, especially when I first get home. But she's acting like she wants permission. Stella. Oh. No, she wants some sun time. Okay. Is it because you don't want to leave? Our car is like right past that sign. Sorry, it'll focus. And she likes Like literally, she used to not care if we came or went. Now, if we get close to the car, she starts slowing down and sulking. And when she's in the car, she starts sulking. So this is literally her favorite place to go. But see, there's another trail right there that leads back to the main, like, pathway for the, what we just call a dog park. But it's really just, it's a park, but it's a walking park. You see, all the way over there is the main strip. There's a bench. I don't know if you can see it. Come on. I know. But it's just so pretty here. And then during the summertime, it's just so dead. But she's already slowing down. So this is the main path, and then there's trails all around.